do it. Give us any chance, we'll take it. Read us any rule, we'll break it. We're gonna make our dreams come true. Doing it our way. We're gonna make our dreams come true. Our way. There's nothing we won't try. Never heard the word impossible this time. There's no stopping us. Gonna do it. Good morning. Our way. Make all our dreams come true. And we'll do it our way. Yes, our way. Make all our dreams come true for me and you. Good morning. Happy Halloween.
Woohoo! From Laverne. And Shirley. A little scarf on.
Do you recognize us?
This is a throwback.
This is a throwback for sure.
A little setup here. The glove maybe gave it away. We'll see. Good morning. It's Coffee with Carol and Heather.
Woo! We are ready. We've got our coffee cups. And we've got our coffee. Woo! See? Laverne.
Good morning, Patrick White. Can you hear us okay? Guess what day it is?
So we definitely want to do a sound check. So Patrick, if you can let us know that you're hearing us, we put into place a new microphone system for this special show.
Check, check. 1, 2, 3. Feels so official.
Yes.
Oh, good.
Awesome.
Good morning. I am sweating.
I feel like Patrick should have been here for this, and he could have been Lenny or Squiggy.
Oh, my God.
Wouldn't that have been fun?
Does he even know who Laverne and Shirley are?
No, probably not. I would bet not. But Ronnie's on, and I bet Ronnie remembers Laverne and Shirley. Woo, woo. So I'm going to tell you all real quick before we get too into this program, I am wearing my hair the way I did in 4th grade, and Laverne and Shirley were my heroes. I was planning to grow up and be one of them, and then marry Fonzie, not Lenny or Squiggy, just so you know.
Oh, the Fonz.
The Fonz, yeah. Oh, no, that was Barbarino. That's another one I was going to marry. Vinny Barbarino.
Oh, what was that one show? Oh, my gosh. What's Happening? Did you see that?
I did. Yeah.
I am really literally sweating.
Well,
I'm not a singer or dancer, so that was a big deal.
Oh my gosh, I thought that was
Ronnie does know.
Of course, Ronnie knows. Kelsey's on. Good. All right. Yeah, you guys sound great. Good. Thank you. Kelsey, you were the one who tipped us off to that microphone, and so we invested a few dollars to ensure that you can hear us this morning. So it's $5 Friday. Woo! We're going to be making a big announcement of who the winner is.
Yeah. So this morning, well, let's put this up. It's Coffee with Carol and Heather. And probably we need to fix that because it's a little bit tall.
Or we could fix it and call it Coffee with Laverne and Shirley.
Oh, shoot. We should.
We didn't think about that. All right. So we're going to
a little better.
There we go. That's great. I hope you all noticed I have another set of styling glasses to go along with those gold ones I wore from our kickoff. I keep adding to my little
oh my gosh, my grandmothers are Laverne and Shirley.
Oh my God, I love it. That is no joke. I love that.
That's so funny. Well, guess what? We've got it on our coffee today.
Woo, Laverne and Shirley.
Laverne and Shirley, look at that.
Gonna do it our way, yes, our way. Make all our dreams come true. I just love that song. So no kidding. We sang this song when I was in 4th grade for a 4-H Share the Fun skit. So you can imagine, I've memorized that for almost 45 years.
Yeah, I didn't know the words. I was making it up.
I was singing it all week long. I loved it. So
I will say, we were thinking of trying to do a duo. Like there had to be a duo. We were going to do maybe coffee cups or something like that. But we were trying to think, what about a duo? What could we do? And literally, I don't know if you remember this, but it got me thinking because we went to a conference in Milwaukee like 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah, for sure 2 years.
We were like, we should do Schlemiel, Schlemazel, Incorporated, or do like a United Way video. We never did. And so that was hilarious because I wanted to pull up the picture of you and I in Milwaukee, and I didn't do that this morning. But that's where that kind of idea came from. So now we made it come true. We made our dreams come true.
Exactly. And we're all about dreaming, right? Especially in these times, making some fun out of life and enjoying each other's company and just truly, trying to enjoy the moment. So that's what this morning is all about, this is really a special edition.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, we'll be on next Friday live again.
Can't get enough.
Not sure what we'll be talking about next week, but I know this week we have some fun things in store.
Yay, Katie Colgaman from our friends in United Way in Ohio.
Woo! I see Becky's on. That's great.
I can't read. Hi. Oh, Laverne and Shirley, hi.
Love it. That's great.
Yay. So anyways, we wanted to say good morning to you. Happy Friday. Man, it's been a week. Thank you to Starbucks today. The Starbucks Foundation is good to our United Way.
Yep.
So we're cheering
they gave us $1,000 donation last year, kind of unannounced. And so we're hoping today after we tag them and show them that we're all about the Starbucks Foundation this morning as our special edition, that they'll think about us this year again as well. So, and I guess we might as well roll that right into what's our giveaway. So we're going to do a Fundraising Friday acknowledgement for the person who won, which maybe we can just do that right now.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Does it matter? Okay.
So really what happens is we are encouraging you to give $5 or your best gift, right?
Yeah.
Your best gift you can give today. Maybe it's payday for you. And it's called $5 Friday. So every time you donate, your name gets entered into a drawing to win. If you text to donate, doesn't matter the amount. And last week we had this amazing, or 2 weeks ago, this amazing prize, right? Can you see it? The United Way cooler.
United Way cooler, thermal cooler, filled with all kinds of fun stuff.
Yes, and this was the giveaway that we're announcing today, and then we're going to have another one for next week. So the winner of this fun basket, we drew the name
please.
Ahead of time because we're so fun like that. And thank you so much to, drum roll, Carrie Friend. Woo! There's nobody more deserving than Carrie
Friend.
I know,
and I think Carrie's probably not watching this morning, but I'm going to make sure I text her this. I think she's kind of taking it easy these days after a knee replacement surgery. And so we want to wish her the best with that. And if you don't,
with Pat.
Yeah, if you don't know Carrie, she works for Pioneer Center and she is in charge of the homeless shelter here in McHenry County, was instrumental in helping move them over to the new facility in McHenry. We support homelessness, as many of you know, and a big shout out to Carrie, who really this summer welcomed Heather and I in for a face mask tour. We were fully masked and socially distanced, but we got to tour the new facility. And I'll tell you personally, I was so inspired by what the fact that Carrie reached out to us together on Facebook. It was just an evening post that something posted, and she commented to both of us and said, I'd welcome you to come and check out the new facility, which we were both very interested in. And as a result, my husband and I made a donation a few weeks ago, and it was a pretty sizable amount. And I decided it was an investment I personally wanted to make, or we personally wanted to make, because Carrie alerted us that they were paying for all of the meals for the shelter because they haven't been able to finish their kitchen facility to have cooking facilities right there. So as a result, they need money to help fund the meals, and 3 meals a day for all the people who are in the shelter. So our gift was specifically for Carrie and the mission of, the pad shelter and what they're doing with the meals. So.
Well, there's nobody more deserving. She's if there's anybody born for the community.
Yes.
God love her.
She's a wonderful woman.
She'll be enjoying that nice little cooler. Maybe she shares the popcorn with her clients or the people around. I don't know.
Yeah.
Might be kind of fun. So Carrie, congrats to you. Love Laverne and Shirley. So this week, what are we offering for anybody who donates $5 to Fundraising Friday? 44321 down on your screen.
We have a United Way mug, and inside the mug is
$5.
A $20 gift card to the Starbucks, right? Who doesn't want a $20 Starbucks card? And the best part is 4 of these drinks, right? 4, if you could get 4 drinks and you could spread the love or share the love with your colleagues and coworkers and invest that $5 in the United Way and get something back that you can spread some joy and kindness. So we're having a little lighting issue at the moment. So bear with us. Not that you can tell. We invested in a little light to give us a little highlight, which apparently isn't working right at the moment. But so with that said, make your $5 donation to 44321 Fundraiser Fridays. And
$5 for a $20 gift card. Can't beat it.
Nope. And a beautiful,
or 10,
beautiful,
20 bucks.
This is a vintage mug, I believe.
It is a vintage
from the
mug.
kitchen that we found that we said we're going to make this part of the gift. So we always try to be as conservative as we can when we're spending our dollars. So I will just say I donated the $20 gift card that I received earlier this summer. And I thought, why not? Spread the joy.
Yeah.
That is how Laverne rolls.
I love the L. I love the L. And let me tell you what we're drinking. What are you drinking today? What are we drinking? It's the day before Halloween. So we got to do what?
I haven't done this for 2 years. A pumpkin spice latte and full throttle, like sugar, everything in it. I didn't say skinny or whatever. I just
PSL.
Let's enjoy it. Woo! So thanks for that pumpkin spice latte.
Love it.
Laverne.
$5.
$5 Friday.
Welcome. All right. So, of course, this is our special edition of Coffee with Carol and Heather, and we are doing a Halloween theme for Laverne and Shirley, but also we thought it'd be fun to talk about what was our favorite costume or Halloween memory. So if you've got one, shout out below, or if you have a fun picture that you have in your camera roll like I do, feel free to share it. I'm going to look up mine while Carol shares her favorite.
Oh my
memory.
gosh. I never took pictures back then. And if I did, it was like with my old, I don't even know what that was called, like a 110 camera that was long and skinny. And you got this weird roll of film. And then you got the 110 film. And then you got your camera, like Kodak camera. And we all got them for like graduation gifts from 8th grade. So we'd have a camera to use in high school. And then we turn it into the local pharmacy who had, the ability to print copies that took like weeks to receive, and then we get duplicates, one for free, and then you'd have all these pictures you'd throw away that were no good. But my favorite costume was and this was a costume I probably wore often, and so did my sister. And I'm going to give a shout out to my friend Amy Hauschult, or Amy Summers, who may not be listening, but man, I'm going to tag her later and make sure she knows that I thought of her all week long. My absolute favorite costume was when she and I decided to wear these masks that made us appear to be old people, which obviously I don't need to wear that mask anymore. And we wore wigs and hats and coats because my mother had these atrocious looking funny old lady coats, and we made the best old ladies. And we walked around school the entire day and never talked. Now, of course, nobody really knew who we were until we got into the class and we sat in our normal seat. But we went on stage, which was part of the fun of this Halloween contest, is the teachers met in the auditorium and they voted for the best costume. And Amy and I walked across the stage in character, kind of hunched over with our canes. And we got to the middle of the stage and I yelled out at the top of my old lady voice and said, "Is this the Belvedere bus station?" And that's all we said. And the teachers just cracked up. And then, of course, they voted for us as one of the top ones. I don't think we won. I think somebody else won. We might have gotten second place. It was really fun. And so I love Amy Hauschult. We were cheerleaders together, and we always did these silly, crazy things together. And she comments often to me that I'm still living out my best high school life when I dress up and I'm in costume and I'm in my theatrical moment. So
I am trying to find my favorite costume.
Yeah, you guys have phenomenal costumes. And it's always a couples thing for you.
No, I will tell you this. I don't like dressing up.
Oh, you don't?
No, I don't like it. No, man, I'm trying to find I dressed up one year though as E.T. or Elliot from E.T. and I had E.T. sitting in my basket and I had handlebars.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
And I wanted to show that picture, but I can't find it, in these rows of 800 pictures on my camera. But so I was Elliot from E.T. and it's a super easy, like a red hoodie and whatever. So that was my favorite.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. E.T.
Perfect.
Phone home. Right?
Shoot, we could have been Elliot.
We could have been. Oh my God.
Some of the other things we were thinking about though were Lucille Ball and Lucy and Ethel.
Ethel, yep.
What else?
That would have been good.
Was there another duo?
Well, I know Corey Tafoya from Harvard, who's on our board, suggested we be peanut butter and jelly, which could have been fun, but we were like, maybe not.
Yeah.
We wanted to really try to do something different. And of course, sing and dance and have a little fun for you guys.
Carol loves to sing and dance for sure. So definitely share your photos below if you've got something fun. Or
Let's see who's on. There's a few new messages below. I see.
We have Carolyn from United Way, Ohio. Heidi.
There's more down below. See that? I don't know that you can see that.
Yeah,
far.
I don't know.
There you go. Click it on. There you go. There we go.
Katie, thanks for donating.
Thank you.
$5. You're the best.
Love it.
The beautiful thing is we could always ship that Starbucks gift card.
We absolutely could, and we will wrap up this beautiful.
You don't
United
have to
Way
be in McHenry County to have a donation for sure. $5, $10.
And we want to just give Katie and Carolyn a shout out because they really were the ones who talked to us about the $5 Fridays and how simple it was to go live and inspire us and inspire the community to just make a simple gift. And yesterday I was on a podcast listening to a champion, a philanthropy champion, and she reminded us as guests of the show that one of the things we need to really be talking to the community about is making our best gifts in 2020 and 2021, and that each of us can do that, right? We can make the choice to make our best gift. And so I'm going to start using that now as I talk to people across the community, as we're building the relationships and explaining about the work that we do and the importance of that. So, my example earlier to Pioneer Center and the gift that my husband and I made, we truly made our best gift because we knew that it was a great investment in our community to help the homeless. And so that to me was an example of our best gift.
That's really nice you guys did that.
Yeah.
So that really brings us right into something we wanted to talk about today, just because the timing of everything in our community in McHenry County and surrounding counties. We're talking again about the resurgence of COVID and how that's affecting local businesses. And so we wanted to talk a little bit about our response to COVID and what we've been doing as a United Way, just to share with people who might be curious. And as we're heading into a season of unknowns, and, I was talking to somebody today, it's kind of like, we don't know what tomorrow brings or the next day. It's day by day. I think we're all used to that kind of timing of things. And so, what are we doing as a United Way? How do we view ourselves as in this pandemic for our community members and our residents and our citizens? And we wanted to talk a little bit about it and share with you, in case you didn't know, or just a refresh. And we want to be a place, and that's our mission, is to be able to connect our community with resources. And so I'm imagining that with restaurants closing or other things happening, people are going to be looking again, right, to United Way and to other people in the area for help. So, I don't know if Carol, you want to talk a little bit about, what did we do and what's our role, so that the community might know, and then we can talk about a little bit about resources.
Sure,
too.
Absolutely. So, in the midst of the middle of March, so I'll just go back to March 13th was a Friday. Our team met. Heather was actually working from home. Heidi, Regina, and I were here. We knew the way things were going that we were going to be shut down, and all of them needing to really go home and stay home because two of them have children and one of them cares for an elderly parent. And I said, ladies, this is it. You're going to go home today, take everything with you. You may not be back for a long time. And that long time was a long time, at least 60 days before any of us were really venturing back out, right? And I think I was back in the office a few days per week. But from there, we were all shelter in place. And on that Sunday, I called Deb Thielen over at the Community Foundation on a Sunday and said, we need to talk about starting a COVID response fund. And it really started in the middle of the week. I had gotten a call from Kim Rice from ComEd, who said, what are you guys doing in response to the pandemic and this whole COVID-19 thing? And I said, we've been talking about doing something, but I'm not sure yet what. I said, but I thank you for calling. And we talked a bit about how ComEd could be giving back. And I shared with them that at the United Way of Illinois, we were looking at starting a COVID response fund. And that would be a huge initiative. It was like an invitation from the governor for the United Way to be involved in that. And so I said, ComEd may want to make an investment there. So it really touches all the communities across the state of Illinois. So on that Sunday, Deb and I talked for an hour and talked about what we could do together and how we could make this happen. And so for our community, we partnered and said the Community Foundation of McHenry County and the United Way of McHenry County, in a joint partnership, will raise money collectively, and 100% of those dollars will be reinvested in the nonprofits who are serving at the front lines and helping the people who have been impacted by COVID. Immediately after we launched the fund,
$250,000 was received by the Illinois COVID Response Fund. Of course, they invited us, they asked us to apply, but we received that huge donation, which was amazing. And when you think about that, that's a lot of money for our community to receive because of a relationship through the United Way of Illinois that we had. And that was, that's how we're making a big difference in this community. Yeah. And sometimes people don't see that or know that. And then together, our teams, Heidi and Vicki Drendel from the Community Foundation and Heidi Berardi from our team were soliciting people and banks and donors and the community members to say, let's raise as much as we can in this time. If you're able, make a donation. The Myers store was the first initial gift we received, and I believe that was $26,000. Wow. So when we got gifts, I'm talking about big gifts. First Midwest Bank made a $50,000 investment in McHenry County. These are gifts that we wouldn't ordinarily receive, right? They may be supporters of the United Way, but this was above and beyond their normal United Way support. And then the way those dollars were invested is agencies applied to the Community Foundation and the United Way. We then, made a decision on how those dollars would be distributed. And the first round of funding went out in April, which Heather was a big part of that. Because I was out of the office at that time, and $250,000 immediately was, deployed across, I want to say probably 15 agencies, all different agencies, TLS Veterans, Home of the Sparrow, Pioneer Center, Family Health Partnership Clinic, Turning Point, many of them, that received these dollars that they could use right away. Some of them were using it to buy PPE because they didn't have any of this equipment. Yeah. And yet the nonprofits were expected to still be there offering the services, right? In the middle of this pandemic, people still need help, and probably more people needed help. And then the second round of funding was made available, and another $250,000 was distributed across the county in early June. And an example of that was Community Coordinated Childcare, known as 4C, received a $25,000 grant. And they used those dollars specifically to help 42 different child care providers in our county that impacted 500 kids with PPE for those providers. So think of the in-home daycare providers who stayed open to help accommodate people who had to go to work, right? Not everybody had the luxury of staying home because they're working for Walmart and Target and all these stores that remained open in the middle of this. And so those individual care daycare providers, 42 of them, received at least a $500 gift, I believe what it was, a grant from 4C. I'm trying to think who else received some dollars in the second round. Farm Worker and Landscaper Advocacy Project received $20,000, and they made a commitment to match that. So $40,000 for McHenry County, and those dollars were provided to the people, primarily the Hispanic and Latino community members who had lost their jobs, up to $500 each per family member to help them with their basic needs, rent, utilities, food, whatever they needed. And they continue to serve across the entire state in a really big way and have actually benefited from the Illinois COVID Response Fund with a grant of $600,000.
Amazing.
Now, I share that because I'm the one who got the call from the Illinois COVID Response Fund team who said, what do you know about this organization? And because they're a partner of our United Way and we know them well, we could answer those questions. And that allowed them to have confidence in the information they had received through the grant that made that $600,000 investment in their organization. And that was huge for them. I know Alexandra Sosa and I have talked about it. Like, we never know the impact that our reaction will have. So one thing I learned in the pandemic is that when my phone rang, I answered it. And I was on my phone a lot. I mean, the phone never stopped. And there were nights and mornings I was on my phone at 7 a.m. and I was still on the phone at 7 p.m. because it kept ringing. People kept calling and saying, we want to help or we have a need. And so, that's, I guess, an example of how our United Way really showed up, and our entire team did it. The Community Foundation did it. We just were working really collectively together on this initiative. And we still have one final round of funding. It's really what we're calling the Recovery Fund. But because we're now in a surge moment and things are getting rough again, Again, we're going to encourage the community. If you haven't made a gift to the COVID Response Fund, it's still out there. The link is still available. If you need it, you can reach out to us. We'll send it to you. We haven't been promoting that a lot, but we certainly know with the things changing now, there's going to be a significant amount of people, restaurant workers, that are going to be out of a job again, or possibly laid off or furloughed for a time for at least 2 weeks, but probably longer.
Yeah.
So, there's just such a high need in our community, and we want to show up for all of our community members and really do what we can to support them.
And that response fund went to nonprofits. So you had to be
Yes.
a nonprofit to apply. And that's available on the Community Foundation website if you're interested in making a donation to that for the recovery fund or whatever ends up happening. It's day by day. But that's the beauty of United Way. And what we really wanted to touch on today too is that we want to be looked at as a community partner, because we are, whether it seems that way or not. And so we want to be able to, if you don't know, our mission is to provide people with access to resources in our community. So if you have a need, if you are out of work, if you are now uninsured or underinsured, we have resources, as well as our 211 hotline, which we talked about at length last week. So you can call 211 anywhere and get connected to a hotline. It's confidential. It's 24/7, bilingual. And if you have any need, if it's a crisis, call the crisis line, obviously, but this is more for a need of resources and you're not sure where to turn. So we wanted to really touch on that, and we have a pulse on what's happening with our nonprofits during this time. And, also some other resources. Maybe we don't partner with certain people, but we also know the resources are available with utilities or things like that. So definitely we want you to think of 211 and United Way in this time of need, and feel free to spread the word and share. We always usually share some information. And actually those are our most engaged posts, when we share those information for people, because you're always on the lookout and we always know someone, right? And so our light went out again.
I know, I see that. I was going to step up. Let me try to fix it while Heather maybe.
I wonder if it's because of your computer.
It looks like there's some more messages there, so there could be some people.
All right. So you might have to probably turn your computer on.
Somebody is just going to sleep.
Every week we get better, guys. Anybody else have any questions about the COVID fund? 211, Halloween, Laverne and Shirley.
It may be dead.
What are you being for Halloween?
It looks like there's more comments, and I know we can barely see that.
I can't get it.
It's not letting you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So again, one reminder before we close out today, and it's Friday, and we're going to go this weekend and carve pumpkins and whatever we're going to do. I want to remind you, it's Text to Give today. This is brand new for us. Text to Give. We unveiled it like 2 weeks ago. So you can text Fundraising Friday to the number 44321 on your phone, and it brings up really easy that you can donate monthly. You can make a one-time gift. All of our information should pull up for you. And then you can see all of the 33 agencies that we are working to support this year, because the needs are greater than ever. And you can see make a one-time gift. All of our information.
I wanted to see if there were questions that we maybe missed because we're not able to pull up the feed.
I don't know.
Let's see. We're getting a hi from Mary and Mom and Nori.
Oh, yes.
Want to give them a shout out.
Hello, Noreen.
Let's
Hello,
see.
Mom.
We're trying to get this to scroll up, but we're having some issues with comments this morning. So we don't want you guys to think we're ignoring you. If there were any questions that were being asked, unfortunately, it's not pulling. I can see myself on my phone, but it's not letting me look at any of the questions that might be.
I think that might be it.
So
thank you, Corey Tafoya, for the shout out again. We hope we brought you a smile today and maybe a little bit of information.
So don't forget,
what are we giving away?
We're giving away a vintage United Way mug and a $20 Starbucks gift card. Thanks to the Starbucks Foundation for supporting our United Way of Greater McHenry County last year with a $1,000 gift. We thought we'd give them a shout out this morning. We're drinking some pumpkin spice lattes. I am Laverne.
I'm Shirley.
And we are grateful that you joined us this morning.
I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend.
Yes.
Right?
Happy Halloween. Oh, and in case you didn't know, our dear friend Regina Manning is celebrating
Oh,
a big
yes!
birthday tomorrow on Halloween. And
I know a lot of people who are born on Halloween, actually.
You do?
Is that weird?
That's crazy.
At least 4.
So I think it would be the best thing we could do, because Regina wouldn't expect this, is that Laverne and Shirley end it in tune singing Happy Birthday to Regina. And you can join us virtually from afar. Are you all ready?
Yes.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Regina. Happy birthday to you.
We hope Regina has a great day. Regina's our finance manager. Did you say that?
I don't know that we said that, but we hope that you know Regina's
on our team.
She is the person behind the scenes that takes care of all the dollars and cents that
So
helps
important.
add up those dollars so that we know what we have to invest each year.
Yeah.
We're grateful for her service, and we wish her a very happy birthday. So thanks for joining us today. Congratulations to Carrie Friend, who won the basket from the 2 weeks ago. Don't forget to make your fundraiser Friday so that you have a chance to win this vintage mug and a $20 Starbucks gift card.
We'll be drawing that next week. We'll be here next Friday.
Yeah,
you have
got
any
1 week.
questions, submit.
Yeah.
We do have some fun ones, and again, some serious ones. So we like to keep it light and fun, and then make a nice plea for help and donations through our text to give, as well as share information. So have a great Friday. We'll see you later.
Happy Friday. Happy Halloween.